it's great to meet you. I appreciate you taking a minute out today. And I'd like to begin our conversation with, you know, about 4 years ago, we were trying to figure out this pandemic. How did you make it through the pandemic and how did it change you?
It's interesting about pandemic because it was a time for me when I had opportunity to grow because I was distracted a lot of time with job, going to office when I was working back then, and other distractions. And when we were locked down, I started to rethinking how I can actually build my dreams that I was postponing for so long time. Yeah.
So, talk to me a little bit about what you do for a living. There's a lot that goes into you in your career. So, if I put you in front of a bunch of grade school kids, third graders, and one of the kids was curious and said, "Hey, what do you do for a living?" How do you answer that child?
Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm building a community, a journaling community for personal growth. And by personal growth, I mean about mindset, about emotional management, about achievement, productivity. So basically, I use my methodology of journaling, physical journaling. I have a journal, for example,
Yeah.
uh, and using particular exercises that are practical in nature. I help people like creators, entrepreneurs, and knowledge to get insights from themselves, to understand themselves better, get they're all I believe that everyone is already smart and wise, but the ideas and thoughts can be deep inside of a person. And journaling can help to facilitate this process to get this knowledge from the person so he will be or she will be more successful in life.
So, what did you want to be in the third grade? What was your dream to grow up and become?
When I was in third grade,
Yes.
uh, when I was in third grade, I was dreaming to engineer, to create different machines, to create technology. Yeah.
So you're a computer scientist, you're in neuroscience and psychology. Talk to me a little bit about how this happened. Take me back to where you were born and raised and how these seeds were planted into you to get curious about technology and science. How did this become your passion?
So when I was a small child, I had an illness, and my uh, doctor said that I will not walk like regular children. So the doctor said that I need to be in the bed and I need to lay out for like 6 months, year, or maybe more. And it was not a good news for me. And one friend of mine brought um, a small car, electric car, and he showed me how I can open it and I can disassemble it. And I was maybe 8 years old or something like that. And from that point on, I started to learning technology, and then I got interested in programming, and that's how it all started. Because I had some free time in a bed, and I started to analyze how I can put my creativity in this. And then I studied computer science. I become a programmer. I'm a programmer, and I develop sites, do applications, and so on. And but during my journey in computer science and building things, I wanted to become an entrepreneur. And when I was creating my startups, creating projects, what I realized that it is not enough to be an engineer to build something great for people. Because first of all, I didn't understand deeply psychology of people, and second, I didn't manage my psychology well. And this made me to not achieve my dreams as I possibly could with my talents. So later on, I started to work in more deeper on my psychology, doing neuroscience research and psychology research, and then it's brought me to journaling and how to apply all this knowledge to journal. Yeah,
Okay, so who's been kind of an inspiration or a hero for you in your career?
well, it's a nice question, and many people. It's a great question. Yeah, many people. First I was inspired by people like um, Disney and Steve Jobs. For example, I watched a film about Disney, and what inspired me in such characters as Disney is not actually his big achievement, but um, despite all the odds and all the difficulties that he had, and poverty and fails and depression and so on, he built his dream. Yeah, so it's inspiration for me.
So if you could meet anybody alive on the planet right now that you find inspirational, who would you love to meet and talk to?
Um, I would like to meet probably I would like to, with Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just to talk about maybe he could give me some advice or his perspective on what I'm doing
Yeah.
and how I can apply it and improve my business and my work. Yeah, I think Steve Jobs would be cool.
So what's your motivator to do your work every day? What gets you out of bed and what makes you do the work that you do and to excel at it? What is that motivation for you?
My biggest motivation right now is that in today's world, right now, we have an interesting period in history. It is AI revolution. And on my opinion, it's only the beginning and it will grow and grow. And what's interesting is that most of the things I do believe so, and we already can see some science of it, that most of the different works and even creative works can be done by machine. So, for example, if we will fast forward 5 years from now, and let's say machine can do a lot of things, so where is human in all this? And the thing that I'm doing is actually kind of not connected directly to this, but my mission right now is to give thinking tools and self-management tools for people to stay competitive in this age. Because in the age of AI, everything that is left for a person is his brain, because his brain created AI, right? That's why the only thing that stays competitive is not a person that uses AI, but the person that can use his brain to create something new, to stay competitive by elevating his thinking. Because if everything AI can do, not everything, but a lot of things, then the future belongs to people who can use their brains creatively to create new things. And using journaling, I believe I can make maybe not a huge impact, but at least uh, some impact for people who are on the journey to it.
So I'm curious if we get off this call and a time machine pulls up in front of your house and you can go anywhere in the history of time and see one event, or you could go into the future and see what's going on. Where are you going to go? What would you like to see?
Mm, what I would like to see, Mm, I would like to see if I can travel in time. Yeah, right? Am I
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
I would like to see how people were building pyramids.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of interesting because I learned history and I can imagine that people were building it. It's not a UFA like from the sky falling, but I would like to see how people how Egyptians actually build them and what technologies they use because it's still a little bit mysterious.
Yeah. So of all of the things that you've done in your career and in your life, what are you the proudest of?
The most proudest I am proudest of the 5 communities that I'm building right now. I put like more than 3 years in developing software for it and courses for it and writing a book about journaling. So I basically built everything from scratch. My e-commerce platform, my e-learning platform, community from scratch, and yeah. So basically, I did it myself, and I'm proud that I both put the two words like the world of psychology and personal development and technology, and I combine them. And on this day, it is the biggest achievement for me. And yeah,
So what's the best advice you've ever gotten in your career? Something that's stuck with you, that's helped you? What was that advice?
one advice that I heard from my late mentor, um, that he said this sentence to me that, listen, Alex, if you will not, he said like that, you can't imagine what will be in your life if you will not stop, if you will not give up.
Yeah.
So if because many people give up before they see the fruits of their hard work, and yeah, this is the biggest advice that is in my heart.
So everyone has an idea of who they think you are. There's all these people in your life, family, friends, clients, colleagues, but you're in control. What's your perception of you? Who do you think you are?
uh, I think that I do believe in God. I do believe in higher intelligence, in spirituality and higher power. I do believe that I'm just here on this earth for some time. I don't know how long, but as every person, and I do believe that God created me for some purpose, and this purpose is to help other people on their way. And my mission is I don't need to say my mission, but what I mean by that my mission is all time opens up before my eyes, so I don't know it completely. I didn't know it many things 3 years ago that I will do right now, but I do believe that I'm here for a reason, and what I do uh, should inspire other people, help other people on their way to good life. Yeah,
So
that's
if
what
any,
I see myself.
yeah, absolutely. So if anyone wants to learn more about your work, your journaling, all of the good things that you're doing, how can they figure that out or reach out to you?
The best way to reach out to me is using my site. I have an email newsletter, and I also have a Hive community, and it's located on Ale Zozov, Alex from Alex, alezozov.com. And anyone who is interested in journaling and self empowerment can join my newsletter or join Journaling Challenge. and start from there.
Excellent. Alex, this has been wonderful. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your story. Thank you for your time. Best of luck with everything.
Thank you very much, Joe. It was my pleasure to be on your show.
It was wonderful.
Thank you.